guys, welcome to another awesome episode of Oregon Motorcycle. Today we're going to talk about pivoting your bike on the kickstand or rotating your bike on the kickstand. Guys, thanks for tuning in. If this is your first time, make sure and hit that subscribe button. And if you guys want to get a little text message when I upload a new video or create a community post, make sure and hit that notification bell. A lot of people watch my community posts here that are local because I do a lot of group rides, and it's a good time for you guys to come out and meet me and go on some group rides and meet some new people. So in today's video, we have two CB500Xs here. One's a 2019 model and one is a 2020 model. And I'm using these two bikes as good examples because they're pretty much the same bikes, but they're really different when you pivot them on the kickstand. And the reason being is, if you guys look down here on this bike, there's a huge crash bar here that goes all the way down here around the motor, wraps around the front here, wraps around the front here. And then down here you can see there's a big beefy skid plate on here too. And all of that weight is forward of the kickstand, which makes this a little different to pivot when you compare it to this bike here, because this bike here only has some smaller crash bars, and as you can see, no skid plate. So yeah, let's jump into it. All right guys, just a little disclaimer here. This is something that you're going to be doing on your own risk, because you can hurt yourself and or the bike. So just be aware of that. You're going to be putting a lot of the weight on your leg, as you'll see in a minute. Well, it's going to be over your leg. You know, it's not going to be like you're supporting the weight, but if the kickstand were to break in that position, then the weight of the bike could potentially fall on you and your leg and potentially hurt you and mess up the bike. So just be aware. This is at your own risk, and every bike's different, okay? So this technique will, for the most part, work for a lot of bikes. You're not going to be doing this on a Harley Davidson or a Cruiser with some of those crazy kickstands they have, but this works great on adventure bikes and most sport bikes. So the first thing you're going to want to do is kind of figure out where the balance of the bike is. So when you walk up to it, before you even try to start to spin it or anything, you just want to grab, you want to find some place that you can grab, preferably something that's behind the kickstand that you can grab, because your other support's going to come from in front of the kickstand, which is going to be on your handlebar here. So grab the handlebar, try to find something here. On this particular bike, I like to grab underneath the seat, okay? And you can see my feet, I've got one foot positioned about a foot back from the kickstand, kind of like right next, parallel or in line with the kickstand. And that seems like a good starting spot. So you're kind of using this leg as your balance leg or whatever. So just pull that bike over on itself, and either the back tire is going to stay on the ground or the front tire is going to stay on the ground. And in this case, the front tire stays on the ground, which means it's a little bit nose heavy, but it's not really that big a deal on this bike because, like I said, it's pretty balanced on the kickstand. So you just want to find that you know, that kind of balancing point. So as you can see here, I'm just putting a little bit of weight on the back seat, and both tires come off the ground, and the whole bike is now balancing on the kickstand, and you can kind of get a good feel for it when you do this, okay? So that being said, you know that you're going to have to put a little bit of pressure down on the back or pull up a little bit on the front. So you walk up to it, you grab it, and a lot of times what I do when I spin it is I just kind of drag the front tire. So I'm just using this leg, I'm going to kind of just push it around as I'm pulling up on the handlebars, right? So I'm just pulling up on the handlebars, and that's it. If you guys can see that right there. So let's try that one more time. Walk up to the bike, position our foot about a foot back from the kickstand, grab a position behind the kickstand with this hand, grab something up front, which is going to be the handlebar here, pull it over. Now it's balancing. You guys kind of see it's balancing there. Then we start pivoting. You can see I have complete control of the bike, like doing this. So, and you can see it's okay if the front tire skips a little bit. So there's that bike. Let's take a look at the other bike. All right guys, so we have the other CB500X here, and like I said, there's a little bit more weight that is forward of the kickstand here, so we have to take that into account. And my buddy Kevin that has the KTM 390, he's got some stuff and you know, hop-ups and stuff on his bike, and we were out riding like last year or something, I don't know, and we were trying to pivot our bikes around because we were stuck in a weird spot, and it was on asphalt, and he's like, man, I can't do it. I was like, come on dude. I was like, let me see that bike, and I went to get on it, and do the first initial, you know, pullover like I do, and it was so hard to get the front tire off the ground. So I believe in his case what I did is I actually grabbed this part of the tail here, hopefully you guys can see that right here, so I could push down and put more weight on it. Okay, so that's another way to do this. If you want to grab something in the back here, then you can push down and kind of pivot it that way, kind of slowly, right? So all I'm doing right here is just pushing. I got it, you know, balanced over here, front tire on the ground, and if I just push on the tail, it automatically starts to pivot. See that? I'm not doing anything. I'm not turning or spinning it. I'm just pushing on the tail and it just spins around. Okay, this is one way to do it. Now, the other way to do this, I've done this way before too, is you can, you know, get it over and then put your elbow on the seat back here. And you kind of lean on it like this, kind of lean down, and you kind of lean on the back seat. And that'll get some weight off the front too. And then you can kind of just walk it around like that. Again, you're trying to balance it, you know, like a teeter-totter would balance on the kickstand, this way, back and forth. Once you get that established, these things will twirl like nothing. So there you go. Whew, getting out of breath trying to talk to you guys in this helmet. It's getting all fogged up and stuff. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Oregon Motorcycle, and like I said, hit that subscribe button, help me out, help share my videos, hit that like button, hit the notification bell and the subscribe button. You guys know all that crap. Just try to help the channel out. You guys can use some of my Amazon links. I post those sometimes down below in the description. If you guys have any questions or comments about doing this procedure, post them down in the comments below. Until next time, folks, Oregon Motorcycle.